Hello there, Valiant fans, and welcome. This is Tyson Agler for the 2016-2017 Manhattanville College Winter Season Preview Special. And join me as head men's basketball coach Pat Scanlon. Coach, it's been a busy preseason for Manhattanville. How have the Valiants been doing this year?
We're off to a good start. Our practices have been consistent. The effort and intensity every day has been really good. And I think we've learned a lot from our scrimmages, and we're moving in the right direction. So I'm excited so far.
You mentioned the Valiants had 2 scrimmages this preseason. How'd Manhattanville look in those competitions?
I would say it was up and down, which some of it's to be expected. Some of it is we have to do a better job. Our first scrimmage did not go as well as we wanted it to, but it was a really good learning experience. Sometimes the best thing you get from the scrimmages is just the film and the opportunity for guys to watch and learn. So I think that's been the case for us. Our second scrimmage definitely went better, but not even close to where we want to be. So, I'm excited about the progress we've seen from day to day, week to week, and scrimmage to scrimmage. But we've known all along it's going to take us some time to get to where we want to get to. We're going to be patient with it, but at the same time, we have an expectation for where we should be, and we're moving in that direction.
The good news for Manhattanville this year is you bring back a lot of quality players from last year's squad, but the bad news, you use 3 quality scorers in Juan Camacho, Andrew Winter, and the third-ranked scorer in Manhattanville history, Anthony Maestre. How are you looking to fill that production? Who are you hoping can step up and fill those shoes that those 3 left?
You don't fill their shoes with any one person in particular, and for the 3 of them, you don't fill it with 3 guys either. Ant in particular, you said third all-time leading scorer, also up there in assists and steals. Incredibly efficient from the three-point line and the free throw line. So we don't ask one guy to fill that. Ant was a guy that comes around once in a while that you're fortunate to coach and have a part of your program. But what we do have is we have a lot of guys who do have experience, like you said, but also who have all improved. Everybody has improved. All the returning guys have gotten better. One of the nice things about this group is they're gym rats. They're in the gym all the time. They were before the season. They are now. They're always working on their game. We have a great assistant coach in Joe Busacco who's really put in a lot of time with many of them. And you can see their improvement since last season and since the preseason too. And to me, that's the most exciting thing. So I think it comes from a group of guys. We have a couple newcomers who will help us also. But that returning group of juniors in particular has improved a great deal. As have guys like Willie, Thomas Hickey, Mike Ryan. We just see improvement across the board. So I think we're going to have a really good team effort from everybody.
And then once again, Coach, you have a tough non-conference schedule to open up the season, including a Division I team in Columbia. Can you talk about what you're hoping Manhattanville can do against that tough non-conference schedule to help set them up for MAC Freedom play?
We've always taken the approach here since I've been head coach that our league is really good, and I think this year it's going to be as good as it's ever been. Every game last year felt like a playoff game, and I think the last game of the season there were 7 teams still in the mix for playoffs, so that's proof of that. So if your league's going to be that tough, by the time you get to it come January, you want to be battle-tested, you want to be ready, and our non-league schedule is going to allow us to do that. The challenging part for us is going to be overcoming adversity, staying together as a team, getting better as the season progresses, and we have the schedule to allow us to do that. So when we get to conference play, our conference is going to be really good, but we'll have played some very good teams. Columbia you mentioned, Trinity, Williams, and I don't want to leave anybody out because there's a lot of good teams on there, but there's just, there's so many teams that were in the NCAA tournament last year who are getting recognized preseason as being a good team. So I think that's going to have us ready come conference play to be able to go on the road and get a good win, to play some of the better teams and not be shocked by the level of it. And we're going to learn from the ups and the downs of playing that kind of a schedule.
And then along with the tough schedule, Coach, the Valiants are on the road for 9 of their first 11 games. How are you hoping your players can handle being away from Kennedy Gymnasium to start the year?
That's tough. That was not an intention to play only 9 home games this year. Unfortunately, sometimes the schedule breaks a certain way. We got the opportunity to play Columbia, so we lost a game there, a home game there that we had. So it wasn't intentional to play that many away games. But it's a good opportunity. When you're away, you can bond. You can get closer as a team. 3 of those games are tournaments. 6 of those games are tournaments. So we're going to be away. We're going to stay overnight. Miami, we're going to be away for a few days. It's a good opportunity to bond, connect, hang out, get to know each other off the court a little bit better. And I think that's already a strength of this group. This group is the 7 juniors have been together for a while now. They've done a great job of bringing guys together. So that's one of the benefits of it. The other one is you go on the road, you learn how to win on the road. And if we're going to be in the Final Four in our league, you have to be able to go on the road and win games. And the other thing is it's going to make us appreciate being in Kennedy Gym when we're here.
And then moving on back to the team, Coach, where so far have you been impressed with from the Valiants this season?
I've been really impressed with the effort every day, just the intensity level. Very rarely have I walked away from practice and said, that was an okay practice. I felt like every day the guys brought it. Days where they didn't bring it, they found a way to rally together and bring it. So I just love the intensity of the group. I love their how connected they are. They can get on each other, and guys will take it and use it for good. So that's been the number one thing. And I've also just seen guys stepping up. Charlie Nardone's a senior now. It's amazing how far he's come from freshman year. Guys like Brian Haggerty, Timmy Quinlan, Dom Arena just keep getting better and better. There's a lot of guys on our team who every day they just have the right mentality. And as a coach, you want to be around guys every day who want to be in the gym, want to improve, and love the game. And that's what we have.
And then finally, Coach, expectations are always big for the Manhattanville men's basketball team competing in the conference tournament. What are going to be the keys to the Valiants getting back to the conference tournament for the first time since 2014?
Yeah, the external expectations are low, which I understand why that is. We definitely don't agree with it. We're excited to prove to ourselves that we're going to be one of the top 4 teams and hopefully can compete for a regular season championship and a conference championship. That's the goal every year. If that's not the goal, then we're in the wrong business. So that's the goal. I really believe we have the group that is capable of doing that. We're going to have to get through the bumps early. There's going to be some tough games early on that we have to come together in. And, we're going to need some guys to play who have played before to play roles that are a little bit different. And Alex Tucci has to step up now and be the all-conference, all-region type of player I think he's capable of. Dom is going to have to lead a team with Willie, whereas in the past they had someone like Ant who could lead the way a little bit when they weren't able to. So we have a lot of guys in new roles who I know are capable of doing it. It's just a matter of doing it come game time. So, a lot for us to be excited about. The internal expectations are high, as they always should be. And I'm just excited to get to play games.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck this year.
Thank you.
And that was head men's basketball coach Pat Scanlon. This is Tyson Agler signing out for the 2016-2017 Manhattanville College Winter Preview Special.
Yeah!